This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Haley has the night off. Our top story tonight, 4th of July celebrations will be bittersweet for 4 families in Port Charlotte whose loved ones were killed in a fiery car crash. Keith, Dustin, Austin, and Billy all died on Sunday when their Audi struck an SUV and caught fire in Inglewood. It happened just before 4 in the morning. Troopers say the men were driving down Rosemont Drive and ran the stop sign, causing the collision. It sparked a fire. The victims were unable to escape. Family and friends of those young men are struggling to understand how this could have happened.
He's one of my closest brothers. I love you. Miss you. Wish it wasn't you. Definitely don't wish it was anybody else, but just don't want it to be you.
The family of 5 in the SUV were taken to the hospital for treatment. The 4 young men ranged in age from 20 to 25. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. The Florida Department of Transportation is lowering the speed limit on a deadly stretch of road near Siesta Drive and Heigl Avenue on Siesta Key. Over the last 5 years, there have been 180 accidents in this 2-mile stretch of road between Osprey Avenue and Shell Beach. After numerous complaints, FDOT decided to reduce the speed limit leading up to a sharp turn from 40 miles an hour to 30. The speed limit for the curve will remain 25 miles an hour. It will take about 2 weeks until that speed limit change goes into effect as FDOT works to replace the signs. New tonight, a traffic alert for those living in Charlotte County. Midway Boulevard between Alton Road and Orlando Boulevard in front of Port Charlotte Middle School is back open. The road was closed while a sewer main was being installed in front of the school. The work is part of the Midway Boulevard Phase 2 widening project. Once completed next fall, Midway Boulevard will be 4 lanes with center turn lanes, new sidewalks, and a closed drainage system. We hope you have your red, white, and blue ready for the 4th of July tomorrow. There's plenty of reasons to wear it happening right here on the Sun Coast. Starting early in the morning with the 11th annual Firecrackers Run in Northport. That begins at 7:30 a.m. and later that morning the annual Englewood Firecracker Festival starting at 10 a.m. on Dearborn Street. The 13th annual Freedom Festival in Northport also kicking off at 6 p.m. on Longboat Key. They will be starting their celebration with the Freedom Fest at 9 a.m. and the Anna Maria Island Privateers will hold their annual 4th of July parade at 10 a.m. And here in Sarasota, one of the biggest firework displays happening tomorrow night at Marina Jack. Viewing is free from anywhere downtown, including Bayfront Park and Island Park. The show will start at 9 o'clock. And for a full list of those 4th of July events on the Sun Coast, just go to our website, mysuncoast.com. And for a weather checkup on those 4th of July events and the rest of tonight, let's head over to Steve Newman for a look at that weather. Steve.
Adam, we've got a lot of moisture flowing in. You can just see it streaming in from the Bahamas and up toward Cuba into the Gulf of Mexico. And you can just feel it in the air without a breeze tonight. It's kind of still. You can almost cut the atmosphere with a machete tonight. But there were some showers that just missed us during the evening hours just to the south of our main viewing area. And the overnight high-resolution rapid refresh model actually is going to show that it's going to stay dry overnight, and winds will be very light and variable over the region. No more showers tonight, but they could pop up again tomorrow afternoon, but only about a 30% chance. Here are your temperature forecast for overnight. We'll be very slow to cool off into the upper 70s. I think it's probably going to be 78 instead of 76 for the low. Our complete forecast for the 4th of July and a look at the tropics, which are heating up, coming up in just a few minutes. Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. A redevelopment effort is in the works for a busy stretch of the Sun Coast. Plans to transform Sarasota's North Trail may include an apartment complex and the popular Starbucks coffee chain. Benderson Development and the city recently made the next move in building the coffee shop south of the Ringling College campus. The city is currently waiting on revised plans from Benderson Development in order to finalize that project. The Florida Gators made history this year, winning their first ever College World Series, a milestone made possible thanks to the performances of 3 former Sun Coast players. For one, it was the perfect way to end a college career, and for another, it's only the beginning.
Just go out there and do your thing and let's get out of here in 2 games.
It took Tyler Dyson only a few hours to go from freshman to hero on college baseball's biggest stage.
I was more nervous coming out of the game, actually, when I wasn't in there, because you can't control it. When you're out there pitching, it's just you can control everything that's going on.
Control is exactly what the former Braden River High player showed in his second start ever as a Florida Gator, shutting out LSU over a career-high 6 innings in the national championship game.
At the end of the day, after the first pitch is thrown, it's just baseball. And whether there's 25,000 people in the stands or 25, it's the same game. The mound's still 60 feet, 6 inches from the plate.
Dyson was one of 3 former Suncoast standouts who helped the Gators make history. For shortstop Dalton Guthrie, it's how he'll make his exit from the program.
To be a part of the group that was the first one to ever do it, especially after I think it was 103 years, it's pretty cool, and hopefully get remembered for a long time.
Even more special was doing it alongside his Venice High School classmate Mike Rivera. Craig Faulkner had a chance to coach them all, Guthrie and Rivera as Indians and Dyson during summer ball.
It's great for Venice, it's great for this area. Those guys were winners when they were here. They took our program to the next level, winning 2 state championships when they were here. They just play the game right.
Something Dyson will no doubt try to duplicate as his area teammates move on to the next level. And despite high expectations for the 19-year-old next season, the goal hasn't changed.
I'm just trying to win another one.
And Dalton Guthrie and Mike Rivera will each start their pro careers this summer, and Dyson is expected to become a regular starter next year when he makes his return to Gainesville. Well, straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Steve Newman will be back with the official Suncoast forecast, but first, the court appearance for a suspect in the disappearance of a Chinese scholar in Illinois. And don't monkey around with these animals, how a visit to a Florida park gets wild. Those stories when we come back.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Well, Well, Steve, most people saying happy 4th of July, but you in the weather biz are celebrating something else.
Happy aphelion.
Yes, of course.
You don't know what aphelion is?
Well, I do, but you may want to explain to our viewers who may not know.
Aphelion is the day that the sun is the farthest away from the Earth, which is July 3rd. It happens every year just before the 4th of July. Here's a graphic that shows you the sun is farthest from the Earth now than any other time of the year, meaning it is now 94,505,901 miles away, but because the Earth is tilted into the sun at the middle of summer, it's the hottest time of the year for us. And it was hot today, boy oh boy, and humid too. From our Lakewood Ranch cam, you can see that we have a lot of clouds, and during the afternoon, about 3 o'clock, a fairly strong thunderstorm came over with a lot of lightning and heavy downpours. Anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain fell down as it passed. It was one of a few showers that passed overhead, giving local relief, but a lot of us didn't get the relief, and it remained hot. High temperatures were hot across the state from top to bottom. 96 in Fort Myers, 92 at Tampa. Even Miami was 92. And across our viewing area, these are the air temperatures, but with the humidity, the feel-like index was well over 100, 102, even on Longboat Key earlier today, and is cooling off oh so slowly as our evening hours go on. It's going to take all night to feel the least bit comfortable, probably, so I hope you all have air conditioning. This is the look of the radar, and you can see that moisture flowing in from the southeast. It's a very moist, very warm pattern, as you would expect in July, about the 4th of July. And we did have just south of us a very heavy storm go over Fort Myers and out on Captiva. Looked like Boca got some of it as well, but that has now moved out in the Gulf of Mexico, and we should not see any more overnight. Now looking at the tropics, and things are beginning to show signs of life out there. One of these African easterly waves shows a potential of 70% chance of developing in the next 5 days, about a 40% chance in the next 2 days, according to the Hurricane Center. And as it moves across the Atlantic, we'll watch it very closely. But right now, the Caribbean, a lot closer to us, is fairly quiet. No problems there. And the Gulf of Mexico, you can see no storms there either, but the waters are warming up, and that will provide the fuel later on in the season for any potential storms that might enter the Gulf to just really fire up and become strong. But as we look out in the Atlantic, where that easterly wave is now moving across, minimal, only 80 degrees. That's about the coolest the water can be and really get significant tropical storm development. But as that disturbance moves over into warmer waters, it has a greater chance of developing. Some wind shear over the Lesser Antilles may briefly impede its development. But if we look at this computer forecast model of both wind and pressure, over the next 5 days, you can see in the middle of the Atlantic, there's Africa over there, and as it moves to the Antilles and just skirts it, it does show signs of some intensification. Doesn't look all that great, but it's something we're going to be looking very closely at over the next few days here in the Weather Office. This is a much better forecast, much more accurate, and with high pressure in place, we will have the afternoon, evening showers and thunder showers right on through the 4th and the rest of the week, too. About the time the fireworks going off tomorrow looks like fairly clear. Only the slightest chance we'll see a shower, but it's also going to be very warm tomorrow night too as those fireworks go off, and Wednesday a little greater chance. Out on the water, great to get away from the heat if you can do that. West winds at 10 knots, seas 2 feet or less. The water temperature almost 90, the air temperature 88, but it's going to feel a lot warmer than that. And here's your 4th of July forecast. Starting off in the afternoon, the temperature at 2 o'clock with partly cloudy skies will be 87. By 6 p.m., 90, very hot, and when the fireworks go off, estimated temperature will be 87 degrees. And our 7-day outlook shows that chance of rain goes up from the 30% tomorrow to 50, 60, 50, 60 as we move into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A very typical pattern for this time of year. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Steve. An update tonight in the case of a missing graduate student, the man accused in her kidnapping making his first appearance in federal court today. ABC's Danya Bacchus has the story.
Monday, Brent Christensen faced a federal judge. The former University of Illinois physics graduate student is accused of kidnapping 26-year-old visiting Chinese scholar Yingying Zhang, who vanished 3 weeks ago.
He's been charged with kidnapping, and if convicted, the penalty is up to life in prison.
Outside the courthouse, hundreds demanding justice for Zhang and her family. Prosecutors say Zhang was last seen getting into Christensen's car at a bus stop, taking a ride from a stranger, likely because she was running late for an appointment.
Everybody's stunned. I've gotten many emails from graduate students and faculty expressing disbelief.
The criminal complaint saying Christensen admitted to investigators he gave Zhang a ride, but she became panicked and he made a wrong turn, then claims he let her out a few blocks away. On his phone, they say they found visits to a forum on a fetish website called Abduction 101 and planning a kidnapping. Investigators say while under surveillance, Christensen admitted taking Zhang back to his apartment. Officials now confirming last week, Christensen attended a vigil for Zhang. He's seen in this video walking with his arm around a woman. Zhang's body has not been found, and authorities say they no longer believe she's alive. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And in New Jersey, during this extended 4th of July holiday weekend, government offices were shut down, along with the state parks and beaches due to ongoing budget battles. But those closed signs apparently don't apply to Governor Chris Christie. Pictures emerged showing the governor and his family trying to beat the heat on a beach that's closed to the public. Island Beach State Park is among the state beaches and parks that were shut down following that budget standoff between lawmakers and Christie. But the governor says the beach house where he stayed is state-owned and separate from the park.
He's going to go out with this kind of bang now. This is 4th of July holiday. We went through a rough winter. People want to enjoy themselves.
There's no one at Island Beach State Park. There are no lifeguards. There's no one to pick up the garbage. There's no one providing any services at Island Beach State Park.
Christie also says the getaway was was a pre-announced planned vacation at a state-owned property, and he says that the media simply caught a politician keeping his word. The New Jersey Senate President and Assembly Speaker have announced tonight that they have a $34.7 million budget deal to end the state's government shutdown. A bit of a scare for a family visiting Silver Springs State Park last week in Ocala when they came across a group of rowdy monkeys. At first, all was calm, and then a few minutes later, things escalated.
Guys, this is Florida. Guys, the monkeys are attacking!
This video is on YouTube, and as you can see, the monkeys got angry and started growling, hissing, and even chasing some people. No one was hurt, and one kid even thought the whole ordeal was funny, but officials warned that monkey attacks can be dangerous. If you spot a monkey in the wild, you should never look them directly in the eye or smile with your teeth showing. That's considered a sign of aggression. The monkeys in the video are called rhesus monkeys and have inhabited Silver Springs for more than 75 years. Sports is coming up next. Stick around.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC7 and these sponsors.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Thank you.
got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, sports.
Tiger Woods says he has completed an intensive program that helps him deal with pain medications. The pro golfer has reportedly checked himself out of a clinic. The treatment following an arrest on a DUI charge back in May after he was found asleep at the wheel in Jupiter, Florida. Police say he was taking various prescriptions, but no alcohol was found in his system. Last month, Woods said he was receiving professional help to manage his medications and how he deals with pain and sleep disorder. A sleep disorder, the 14-time major champion is also dealing with the aftermaths of a back surgery. Venus Williams won her first-round match today at Wimbledon in pursuit of her 6th title at the Classic British Tournament. That should be a reason to celebrate, but the tennis legend is carrying some extra baggage across the Atlantic and left her sobbing in public. ABC's Alex Stone has a story.
After winning her opening match at Wimbledon, Venus Williams walked off the court in triumph. But she was soon in tears at a post-match news conference. A tennis champion struggled to contain herself when asked about last month's car accident that left a 78-year-old man dead.
There are really no words to describe how devastating and yeah, I'm completely speechless, and it's just...
Please be aware she's unable to say anything more about this, so I'd ask you to respect her wishes, please. Can we just give her a minute, please?
Maybe I should go.
Yeah, we can do that.
Williams returned a few minutes later, but would not talk about the accident on June 9th near her Florida home. Police say she was at fault for the crash with another car that caused the death of 78-year-old Jerome Barson and seriously injured his wife. The family has filed a lawsuit. Williams has not been charged.
To be charged criminally in an automobile accident, there has to be a finding of reckless or wanton conduct. None of that appears to be the case, so unlikely that she would be determined criminally responsible for the death of the man.
Meantime, Venus Williams, who has won Wimbledon 5 times, is back on that road to victory. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Williams was playing for the first time since being sued by the estate of that man who died in the car crash. Also at Wimbledon, 2-time champion Rafael Nadal is advancing. The 4th-seeded Spaniard beating John Millman of Australia in straight sets on the #1 court. Nadal won his 10th French Open title last month. Also defending champion Andy Murray fought off a left hip injury and a half-hour rain delay to beat Alexander Bublik in the opening round. 2-time Wimbledon champion Petra Kvitova won her opening match, beating Joanna Larsson of Sweden. On the baseball diamond, the Baltimore Orioles are toppled by Milwaukee. In the second, the Brewers were up 7-0 with Brent Suter striking out 8 over 6 innings, allowing an unearned run and 4 hits, which were all singles. The Orioles' Wade Miley gave up 7 runs on 7 hits and 2 walks, raising his ERA from 4.54 to 5.20. The Brewers' Travis Shaw started the rout with a go-ahead single in a 4-run first inning, then left after he was hit on the hand by a pitch. Final score: Brewers 8, Orioles 1. Game 2 is tomorrow in Milwaukee. Kevin Durant is extending his time with the Golden State Warriors. The NBA Finals MVP has signed a 2-year deal worth about $53 million to stay with the team. The deal calls for about $25 million in the first year with a player option for the second season. The contract is expected to be signed this Thursday. Durant joined Golden State last season after 10 years in Oklahoma City and helped lead the Warriors to their second championship in 3 seasons. Here at home, the Sarasota Youth Sailing Program is working to make an international name for itself. Several of their sailors recently returning from the U.S. Youth Sailing Championships, where they not only brought back trophies but are also advancing to the next competition. Among them is Mark Brunsvold and Dylan Hines. Both beat out 14 other teams during their 4-day regatta, and several others are attempting to qualify for the Youth Olympics.
It was really amazing to be sailing in the same spot as the best sailors in the world, and it was really, really cool to see the crowd and everyone cheering for us.
Sarasota is kind of a special place for that because nowhere else do they really have like such a well set up place for a very high pedigree of sailors.
Those young sailors adding that none of their success would be possible if it weren't for their coaches. But come on, who doesn't say that on TV? Well, that's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
Well, brace yourself for the 4th of July tradition involving hot dogs. Weigh-ins taking place today for the annual Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. Among those jumping on the scale was reigning champion and high-powered athlete Joey Chestnut. He's taken the title 9 out of the last 10 years, including last year when he devoured 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
I kind of model my training similar to a marathon runner. I slowly build up to eating more and more hot dogs, train my body to build a tolerance and then push it to an extreme limit. So I attack the contest with like it's a sport, like I'm really making my body work for me.
There you have it, folks. Returning on the women's side is reigning champion Miki Sadu. She wolfed down 38.5 hot dogs last year. The 101st Nathan's Hot Dog Contest takes place tomorrow on where else? Coney Island. Yeah, I can't get enough of the hot dog eating contest personally. I know it's disgusting.
They're just shoving it down their esophagus. They're not even eating it.
Terrible. I think Chestnut dunks in the orange soda. There's a little fact ahead of time. But how about here on the
Sunny,
Coast?
get to the beach because that's going to be the only place you're going to get any relief from the heat. And here's your 4th of July forecast showing that by the fireworks at 9 o'clock tomorrow, 9:30, 87 with a slight chance of showers.
All right. Well, join us back here tomorrow morning before you start those 4th of July activities.